Binge Pipe welcomes you to a world of menu screens. Some critics say Binge Pipe isn't a real streaming service, it's just a framing device for a video game. These critics are entitled to their opinions and their privacy, so don't go looking for them. They're fine.
With my old streaming service, I could never get a hold of a customer service representative. Now that I'm a Binge Pipe customer, they never leave me alone. The second I have a problem, they're there to explain why it isn't a problem and why I should be more grateful for their ever-seeing eye.
The second my Binge Pipe router went out, a service team was in my home. I didn't even know I had a back door.
I thought the volume was off on my programming, but the Binge Pipe doctor discovered it was my ears that were wrong.
Not only do they closely monitor my enjoyment of their services, but they reward me if I turn in fellow customers who are not completely happy. Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Binge
Binge
Pipe.
Thank you,
Binge
Binge
Pipe. Binge Pipe. Binge Pipe. Thank you.
The following Binge Pipe content is sponsored by Bob's Shoes. Not only are Bob's Shoes one of the most comfortable pairs of shoes you'll ever own, but for every pair we sell, we donate another pair to kids in need. But if you return...
Binge Pipe is going maverick and bringing back You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, consumer ranked between VHS tapes and watching grass grow.
I'm Cookie Masterson, and if my mom could see me now, I'd say, "What are you doing, Mom? I told you to stay in the car while I hosted this game." One player? I get it. I wouldn't want anyone to talk over all my hilarious jokes either. All right, let's make history.
Time for question one.
First on the docket, Frasier. I hardly knew her. Kelsey Grammer was the subject of the show Frasier. Grammatically, in which of the following is Kelsey Grammer the subject of the sentence? I am on a camping trip with Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer's knife goes missing from the tent. Kelsey Grammer rips the tent to shreds, screaming my name in anguish. So what'd you pick? Maybe try cheating? Here's the right one. The subject is the thing or person in the sentence that is doing the verb. Kelsey Grammer hunts me, Kelsey Grammer chases me, Kelsey Grammer is being my king of nightmares. You get the picture.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
How about this one? Pastel tights and oversized packages. Which is the only phenomenon mentioned in the Pledge of the U.S. Postal Service and the Green Lantern Corps? Heat, night, evil, or rain? Okay, what'd you pick? Neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom of darkest night. Beware my power, Green Lantern's light. Or something like that. Of course, who can forget when Green Lantern and the Postal Service joined forces for the crossover event, Sinestro and the incorrect zip code?
Why don't we do it with free?
Coming up, I hear the blues a-callin', and it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 things, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a type of salad or a type of omelet or egg dish. Think fast, you'll only get a few seconds to pick between tossed salad or scrambled eggs. Okay, let's do it. Cobb. Gado Gado. Glob. Tortilla Española. Tomagoyaki. Swaz. You barely rose above my expectations. Okay, let's move along.
You're my question for forevermore. I love you. My question for.
Coming up next, I say a little prayer for you. Okay, just go with me on this one. If you were the well-meaning parent of a Gothic cathedral, what would they most likely yell at you? Oh, I can't stanchion you! I don't give a flying buttress! Get out of my modest parlor! Or F your domes! Let's see how that shook out. Sorry, no takebacks. Watch how easy this is. Gothic architecture is characterized by rib vaults and flying buttresses, which help support cavernous spaces with high ceilings, like the Notre Dame Cathedral. And you really shouldn't let a cathedral talk to you that way. There is no hiding from just the scrambled eggs for me. If Niles Crane becomes Nile Crane, how far will he stretch? From Seattle to Portland, from Seattle to Kansas City, from Seattle to Washington, D.C., or from... And how do we do? The Nile River is about 4,258 miles long, which means Niles can lie down in Seattle and reach a little beyond Caracas if he wants to. It's kind of weird we've had 2 Frasier questions. I thought we had an algorithm to stop repeats like that. Well, weird glitches happen sometimes, I guess. Round 1 is officially behind us. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round 2? Okay, let's hit it.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Here we have. There's a spoiler at the end of this question. Lenny dies at the end. Oh, crap, I read the wrong card. That was supposed to go at the end of the question. Okay, how about this? What classic work of literature did I just ruin? For Whom the Bell Tolls, Of Mice and Men, Gone with the Wind, or As I Lay Dying? Hope you like what you picked. Yep, George kills Lenny to save him from a worse fate. Yeah, it's a sad ending that is forever burned in my brain because of the weird amount of Looney Tunes shorts that parody that scene.
Je trouve Jerry Lewis seulement légèrement amusant. 7.
Let's try. There are 3 types of people in the world. And hey, stress cut with mime sore.
It's time for a
delicious film.
Get those typing fingers ready because the longer you take, the less money you make. Okay, head in the game. Check out this gibberish phrase and write down what popular phrase it rhymes with. Floor wetter, bore, or nurse. And don't get hung up on that punctuation. Church bells are ringing. In sickness and in health. You guys better stick it out through the good and the bad. Let's take a look. I don't know what this is, but it's not the right answer. Here's what I was thinking of. All right, let's move on.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Introducing, I like when she tore him a new one. Say Frasier's ex-wife Lilith acted like her namesake in Hebrew theology. Oh, come on, another Frasier question? right, keep it together, Cookie. What might she do in a very special episode? Steal Daphne's baby, set Eddie's heart on fire, devour Frasier after sex, or turn Bulldog into an actual bulldog? I love this part. Honestly, I don't know. Whatever. And here's where the money is. Lilith was Adam's first wife, who went on to become a child-stealing demon. Okay, let me read this punchline. That's right, much like the show Frasier itself, Eve was just a spin-off. Okay, I thought we hired some younger writers for this game. Why are all these questions about Frasier? This feels like Volume 1. Na, 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 na. This one's called, I have been informed that Frasier is apparently very popular with millennials. I still feel like I'm being pranked by some of the elderly writers on staff, but anyway. How would Dr. Frasier Crane greet callers on his radio show if he wished to welcome them and follow the first step of the scientific method? Go ahead, caller, I'm predicting. Go ahead, caller, I'm experimenting. Go ahead, caller, I'm hypothesizing. Or go ahead, caller. Okay, let's take a look. For what it's worth, the first step in the scientific method is observing the natural world and asking a question that you wish to answer. Try this on for size. Okay, let's get this over with. If Frasier is the Odyssey, what is Cheers? Oedipus Rex, the Iliad, Electra, or the Persians? And how'd we do? Anybody see my wrong answer? Oh, here it is. Curious? Here it is. The Iliad comes before the Odyssey, much like Cheers comes before Frasier. Well, now that we're almost done, all the writers can go home and go back to binge watching Frasier. Welcome to the attack. I see you already know the rules. Here's your clue. You are here. I hope you know where everything took place. Good luck. That's it! Congratulations, you played yourself and you won. And it was a job well done. Maybe next time someone else will be there to remind you,
You don't know Jack!
Binge Pipe loves our users so much, we gave you this menu screen. Here at Binge Pipe, we realize that streaming services come and go, sometimes in the blink of an eye. So we're just trying our best to keep it together. Put on a brave face and hope that the cracks don't show.
BingePipe provides the quality content my friends and family needs for entertainment. But what about my physical nourishment?
Sounds like you need to try BingePipe carrots.
Come again?
BingePipe farms create human consumables using the latest data technology. Instead of water and sunlight, the crops are fed your personal information to create produce that's produced specifically for their target audience.
Wow, it tastes like nostalgia.
Binge Pipe, being of sound mind and body, presents You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, kid tested, negligent stepdad approved.
hello, my name is Cookie, and it's been about 4 years since I've hosted a trivia game.
Hi, Cookie.
I salute you, solo adventurer, setting out alone into the digital unknown. And so it begins.
Time for question 1.
To get started, Solar Survivor. They say in your first day in the solar system, you should find the biggest planet and hit them in the face. If you're going by volume, who should you hit? Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus, or Saturn? Let's see how that shook out. In terms of both mass and volume, Jupiter is the biggest planet. Don't hit him too hard, though. He already has that big red spot.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Here's one I like to call, if this is wrong, I don't want to swipe right. Attention, there are hot trivia questions in your area hoping to meet up. When looking through profile pictures on Tinder, which of these potential matches displays an obvious red flag? Shirtless selfie in front of Sweden's banner, holding a fish painted like Vietnam's emblem, group photo posed under Brazil's standard. Hope you like what you picked. Vietnam has a big red flag with a yellow star. The worst part is I clicked on the profile hoping to date the catfish. It looks like I got humaned again.
Why don't we do it with free?
Here's one for you. You Chad me at hello, and it's time for a this or that. I'm going to read 7 things. For each, I want you to tell me if it's the name of the leading male on The Bachelor or a brand of literal beef sticks. Answer quick. You'll only have a few seconds to choose between The Bachelor or beef stick. Ready? Good. Jack Links. Ben Higgin. Armour Eckrich. Jake Pavel. Lorenzo Borghese. Eddy Packing. Matt Grant. Okay, you're perfect. I have to paint you. Let's get on with it, shall we?
You're my question for forevermore. I love you. My question for.
This one's known as a patronizing saint. What's an example of me mansplaining a Michael Mann movie? Okay, Jurassic Park is about a dinosaur theme park. Fight Club is about a group that fights each. I love this part. Allow me. Yeah, let me mansplain this. Of the films listed here, Michael Mann only directed The Last of the Mohicans. Oh, here's a good one. The periodic table of Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is in everything. I mean, he's in everything. If in his next movie, Kevin Hart played the element that is most abundant in the universe, what would the trailer say? This holiday season, Kevin Hart is carbon. This summer, Kevin Hart is hydrogen. Okay, what'd you pick? Hydrogen makes up about 75% of all matter in the universe. And Kevin Hart movies make up 75% of new releases. Round one is over. This has been good for me so far. Is it good for you? Oh, and remember, questions are worth twice as much in round two. Okay, buckle in.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Take a good look at a very serious medical question. Ermagerd, you have GERD? Sorry about your feet swirling, acid reflux, liver disease, allergy to gluten. So what'd you pick? Here's what you meant to pick. GERD, or gastroesophageal reflux disease, involves gastric or acid contents of the stomach coming back into the esophagus. And GERD Sherburner's Kursturn.
Je trouve Jerry Lewis sonnant légèrement amusant. 7.
Next up, speak directly to God at 3 p.m. Eastern. If God did a Reddit AMA, what question would you expect from Angry Job 42? Did you really ruin my life to win an argument? What's the ETA on getting me out of this big fish? Any chance you can make my wife not be a pile of salt? Or why am I rounding up 2 of every animal again? Hope you like what you picked. Nobody picks that one. The correct answer is, God tested Job's patience with hardships after Satan wagered that Job would turn on God in tough times.
Hey, question.
We'd like to give you the illusion of control. Would you like a question about great sex or a question about great sax? Indicate your preference now. And now, we'll fulfill our promise and deliver your content.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of age.
I call this one a question about great sex. Sit down, I've got some real hot goss. My friend went out with a plant last night who reproduces through exposed seeds. And I was like, girl, sounds like you went out with a real gymnosperm, angiosperm, endosperm, or pteridosperm. Okay, what'd you pick? Bam! I mean, splat. The preferred answer is, gymnosperms are plants that reproduce through naked or exposed seeds. She told me once you go gymnosperm, there's a lot of cones. The seeds are often in cones. Just cones everywhere.
Na, 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 na.
Up next, every kiss and reality star begins with K. Place the 3 Kardashian sisters in alphabetical order by first name. The oldest, the second oldest, the youngest, the second oldest, the oldest, the second oldest, the oldest. And how do we do? Chloe, spelled K-H-L-O-E, is the youngest. Kim, K-I-M, is the second oldest. And Courtney, K-O-U-R, etc., is the oldest. If you aren't just a little bit angry after this question, you might want to check your pulse.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Why not try Emoji Dating? Admit it, you've been spending too much time on Tinder lately. While browsing your iPhone emojis, you're seriously turned off by the symbol category and swipe all the way left. What, hopefully, sexier emoji group will you be checking out now? Smileys, adorable animal faces, fruit, or flags? Let's see how that shook out. Whoa, whoa! This what you had in mind? Since the first appearance of emojis on iPhone, flags have lived at the far right side of the emoji universe, which you reach by swiping left. Flags, for when you truly have nothing left to say. It's time for the attack. Oh, you know what you're doing. That's nice. Here's your clue. My signature look. I'll give you an article of clothing. You name the cartoon character that traditionally wears it. Good luck. There you have it. I applaud you, but it's the sound of one hand clapping. All in all, this game was no day at the beach. But if you hold a seashell up to your ear, you can hear it say, "You don't know Jack!"
Enjoy this exclusive behind-the-scenes content from Binge Pipe's menu. Binge Pipe knows that you've been betrayed by other streaming services and social media platforms in the past. And we promise we have a very sincere apology ready for when we inevitably betray your trust in the future. That's the Binge Pipe guarantee.
I'm insufferable.
I'm just some dude that still has his old roommate's password.
I'm gonna live forever.
We are Binge Pipe!
The following Binge Pipe programming is brought to you by reusable toilet paper. We're not going to tell you what that is or how it could possibly work. We just want you to think about it.
It's like pizza, but for women.
Coach, please, don't put me in. I got a really good thing going here, just sitting on the bench. I do not want to ruin that with actually playing. Please.
If you love NCIS Los Angeles, you'll love the 3-episode French series the show is based on.
La neige est sur le sol. La vie est triste. Oh, que de souvenirs.
Oh, que de souvenir. Only on Bench Pipe.
Johnson, step into my office, now. You smell that? Step.
Binge Pipe continues to stick with its commitment to present You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe. Oh boy. Here goes nothing.
Hey there, I'm Cookie Masterson, and if you trick me into saying my name backwards, you automatically win. Thank you for playing alone. It makes Binge Pipe's targeted marketing much more effective. Okay, let's begin.
Time for question 1.
To get things rolling, when angst feels like homework. 13 reasons why, 17 reasons why, 19 reasons why, 23 reasons why, 27 reasons why, 29 reasons why, 31 reasons why, or 37 reasons why. I love this part. The next prime number in the series is 29.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
It's time for You're So Bane You Probably Think This Question's About You. If Bane from The Dark Knight Rises hooks his signature mask up to a CPAP machine, what would he say before turning it on?
Vape life, Batman. It's for my sleep apnea. Time for a little aromatherapy.
Okay, let's take a look. Speaking of stupid, smart people choose this. A CPAP machine provides airflow for people who suffer from sleep apnea. I don't mind admitting I use one, and it allowed me to sleep soundly through most of The Dark Knight Rises.
Why don't we do it with cream?
Feast your eyes upon this. Goodnight darkness on the edge of town. And 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, tell me if it's a character from a famous children's book, a character from a Bruce Springsteen song, or both. Don't think too hard. I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between from a children's book or from a Springsteen song, or both. All set? Here we go. Early-Pearly. Go Kart Mozart. Outlaw Pete. Beat the Cat. Little Dynamite. Little Gun. Little Miss Bossy. Let's just pretend you didn't understand the rules. Moving right along.
I don't need you anymore.
And now, good luck finding a swimsuit. Say Ed Sheeran can't get enough of your body, composed of 7 equal sides and angles, and wants the shape of you lyrics to reflect that. What should Ed sing? I'm in love with the hendecagon of you. I'm in love with the... Okay, what'd you pick? A nonagon has 9 sides, and none of this answer is correct. Y'all ready for this? A heptagon is composed of 7 identical sides and angles. Making it a shape as complicated and profound as the musical stylings of Ed Sheeran. Behold. Type equals squiggly bracket Hollywood, comma, contemporary squiggly bracket.
Except all cookies don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
Yeah, so Binge Pipe has this whole troubling thing they do where they need help identifying some data.
We can interface directly now.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Find a quiet place. Prada pitchforks. And quiz, Mary Who from The Office. Whose search history have we acquired? Reese Witherspoon. Emily Blunt. Natalie Portman.
And how do we do? Well, too late now. Isn't it obvious?
Emily Blunt starred in the movies The Quiet Place and The Devil Wears Prada. The former was directed by her husband, John Krasinski, who starred in the TV show The Office.
Does her search history ever include anything about me?
Definitively no.
Yeah, that makes sense. Round 1 is history. Can I get you anything? You good on water? Great. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled. In case you care about things like that. Okay, back at it.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Why not try sparkling urine? About how many 12-ounce cans of LaCroix could my bladder hold at once? 1.7 cans of Pamplemousse, 4 cans of Cran Raspberry. Hope you like what you picked. The capacity of an adult bladder is about 600 milliliters, or 20.2 ounces, or 1.7 cans of delicious, delicious LaCroix. That explains why I'm peeing 47 times a day.
Las payas se moquent de moi. 7.
It's time for The Geriatric Avenger. The secret to box office millions is letting a 95-year-old comic book writer wander through your film. If there were an Etsy store called Stan Lee Cameos, what would it sell? Stan Lee's profile engraved on necklace pendants, Stan Lee's silver hair intertwined on cross-stitch pillows, Stan Lee's fingerprints on decorative clothing pins. Let's see how that shook out. When you engrave an image into a material and wear it as jewelry, it's known as a cameo.
Hey, question.
The algorithm demands your input. Would you like a question about time or a question about space? Select your selection. We graciously accept your choice.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of age.
Take a good look at a question about time. Which of these time travel devices is the most immediate threat? A DeLorean hitting me in 1 millisecond, a phone booth landing on me in 1 nanosecond, a police box crushing me in 1 microsecond, or a naked robot. So what'd you pick? I still believe in you. Here's what a right answer looks like. A picosecond is a trillionth of a second. Giving me just enough time to admire his glorious Austrian physique and get out of the way. Here's one I like to call, don't take Nova for an answer. I don't have a son, but I have a son, and I'm very proud of it for getting its life together and removing carbon from calcium, turning hydrogen into helium, producing nitrogen from neon. I love this part. Let's call this a teaching moment. Want to see the answer? The core of the sun creates fusion through heat and pressure that turns hydrogen into helium. Some say it's not healthy to put that much pressure on your sun, but I'm one of those individuals who just can't help but constantly orbit them.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Let's try, I'm cuckoo for global agricultural statistics. Which of these breakfast cereals is made with the top 2 most produced grains in the world? Cinnamon Corn Crunch, now with wheat. Frosted Potato Nuggets, now with soy. Fruity Rice Dunks, now with wheat. Or, okay, what'd you pick? You will call the right answer by its name. Corn is the most produced grain in the world. Wheat comes in second. Rice is a close third. Cereal agriculturists have yet to classify the crunch berry. You made it to the... Well, excuse me for living. Here's your clue. M is for middle name. It's weird to see these famous people without their signature middle name. That's the game! You're number one in this game and in my heart. I had a really funny line to end this game with, but yeah, I shouldn't waste it on a single-player game. Next time.
You don't know